Discover how strategy, savings, and success come together in our client success stories. Real results, real impact, because your financial goals matter.
So in my business life as a gynecologist who has a very large practice um, in wellness medicine, gynecology, menopausal medicine, and a large staff, we had several challenges over the last 30 years with accounting. We had been continually frustrated with people not doing our tax preparation correctly, having to either pay money suddenly or getting a huge refund 4 months or 6 months later, and it was always chaotic. And we used, back then a big 8 accounting firm, then a big 4 accounting firm, and then two of the best quote unquote accounting firms in our community. And we just never could get the service we wanted. And thankfully, a friend of ours our financial advisor had introduced us to Shauna and the Tax Goddess program. And I really felt when I first met them that they would actually understand our business and its complexity and be able to give us the appropriate tax advice. I felt from the very first meeting we'd made the right call because of her personality and the way she communicated about finances and accounting. But when we got all the data to her and she reviewed everything and then came up with some suggestions that would lower our tax bill, and so we just happened to have gotten that refund a week ago from 2023 with that filing. It was very impressive to go, this is what you do at the end of 2023. You're going to get this reward for paying all these taxes. You're going to get this much money back. And we followed through on her plan, and we got 70% or 80% of what we paid in for the year back. So exciting, but also, since she'd gone through the strategy, if we do the following, if you do this is the implications, this is why we do this, then this is what should happen. And so we believed her. I mean, it was very straightforward, and we went through the process with her, different people that she helps you coordinate with. And so then when they filed it, they said, no, it's going to be, this much return. I didn't really believe it, but I did believe it. But until you get the check, you don't believe it. And then we received it last Thursday or Wednesday last week. So it was pretty shocking and fun. Well, Mary is our main contact, but there's several other people on the team. Mary's just fantastic, but I want to be clear, everyone I've met, we really, really like. They're on it. They tolerate our inability to understand some of the tax stuff, and that's one thing that people will get used to who become part of the Tax Goddess family, is you're going to learn a little bit more about taxes. Not that you have to do very much about that, but they are, in order to get their job done, they educate you on why they need what they need. And so you all of a sudden realize there's a lot more to this than any of the other accountants I've had for the last 30 years prior ever were doing. And so, but they've been wonderful. Top to bottom, they're fantastic. The thing you have to do when you start with Tax Goddess is understand the level of detail that they're going to need to know your business backwards and forwards. They know our business financially backwards and forwards, but that means in our personal finances. So you have to gather it all up. It's going to be more information than you can ever imagine. If you're 35, maybe not, but when you're 60, there's a lot of things. And once you get all that information in, they got you. They have you. Then they're going to have the plan and get it all lined out. But it's a lot of work. And that's what my financial advisor said. The first 3 to 4 months is going to be a lot of work. But once you're done, you're golden. Confidence. I don't worry about anything now with accounting. It's been a complete change for me. It was always, it had always been a cluster. I mean, it would just seem like it was going better, and then it wouldn't. There always would be something going on, no matter what we did, no matter how much we paid attention, having meetings, there was always something. But it had been continual for 30 years. I mean, these people would have great reputations, but then there wasn't the follow through. So it's nice to have the follow through and the excellence. Then we get to Shauna, she's like, well, we need to do this insurance thing that I'd heard about 8 years ago. And then we went through the process of really in-depth vetting it, and her explaining it, having us talk to the right lawyers. I'm like, oh God, I can't imagine how much money. I could actually figure it out, but I don't want to. But that's life, it's what we're here now, and I'm thrilled. And so I don't know what else to say, except I think she's wonderful and her team's great. And we're very thankful our financial advisor recommended her to us.